Welcome to our channel, where we explore the fascinating world of wildlife. In today's video, we'll be taking a closer look at one of the most iconic and endangered animals on the planet, the rhinoceros. Rhinos have been around for millions of years and are an integral part of many ecosystems. Despite this, they continue to face numerous threats, including habitat loss and poaching. Join us as we delve into the world of the rhinoceros, learning more about these magnificent creatures, their behaviors, and their plight for survival. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with our latest videos. Now, let's get started. The habitat of the rhino varies depending on the species. For example, the white rhino can be found in grasslands and savannas in southern Africa, while the black rhino can be found in a wider range of habitats, including forests and deserts. The Indian rhino is found in grasslands and forests in India and Nepal, while the Javan rhino is only found in one national park in Indonesia. One common characteristic of rhino habitats is that they are often areas with a low population density and relatively undisturbed by human activity. This is because rhinos require large areas of land to roam and feed. They are also sensitive to disturbance and may become aggressive if they feel threatened. In addition to having low human populations, rhino habitats often have a diverse range of vegetation and water sources. This is because rhino are herbivores and require a lot of plant matter to sustain themselves. They also need access to water to drink and to wallow in to regulate their body temperature. Overall, the habitat of the rhino is an important factor in their survival. With habitat loss and fragmentation due to human activities such as deforestation and urbanization, many rhino populations have declined drastically in recent decades. Protecting and restoring their habitats is crucial for the conservation of these magnificent animals. Rhinos are large herbivorous mammals, meaning that they feed on plants. They are also known for their distinctive horns. Rhinos are mainly nocturnal animals. Depending on the species, rhinos can weigh anywhere from 1,000 to 5,500 pounds and can grow to be up to 13 feet in length. Rhinos have thick, armor-like skin that is covered in folds and ridges, which helps to protect them from predators and other threats in their environment. One of the most notable features of the rhino is its horn, which is made out of keratin, the same material that makes up human hair and nails. Rhinos use their horns for a variety of purposes, including defending themselves against predators, establishing dominance over other animals, and digging for food and water. In terms of behavior, rhinos are generally solitary animals, although they will occasionally come together in small groups. They are also known for being fairly aggressive, particularly when they feel threatened or are protecting their young. Rhinos have relatively poor eyesight, but they have an excellent sense of smell, which they use to navigate their environment and locate sources of food and water. Overall, the rhino is a fascinating and unique animal that has captured the imaginations of people around the world. The diet of the rhino varies depending on the species. White rhinos, which are the largest of the rhino species, are herbivores and primarily graze on grass. Black rhinos, on the other hand, have a more varied diet and will eat a range of vegetation, including leaves, twigs, and branches. Indian rhinos are also herbivores, but they prefer to graze on tall grasses and aquatic plants. Rhinos need to eat a large amount of vegetation to sustain themselves. In fact, rhinos can eat up to 120 pounds of vegetation per day. Rhinos are able to locate food using their excellent sense of smell, which is far more acute than their poor eyesight. They will often use their horn to push aside branches and vegetation to access the plants they want to eat. Overall, the diet of the rhino is an important factor in their survival. The life cycle of a rhino begins with the males fighting for the right to mate with females. Once a male has won the right to mate, he will stay with the female for a short period of time before moving on to find another mate. Female rhinos gestate for around 15 to 18 months before giving birth to a single calf. The calf will remain with its mother for up to 2 years, during which time it will suckle and learn to survive on its own. As the calf grows, it will become more independent and start to develop its own territory. Male rhinos are known for being solitary animals and will typically only interact with other rhinos during mating season or when they are competing for territory. Female rhinos, on the other hand, will sometimes form small groups with their offspring. Rhinos can live for up to 50 years in the wild, although their lifespan is often shorter due to poaching and habitat loss. Despite being large and powerful animals, rhinos are still vulnerable to predators such as lions and hyenas. To defend themselves, rhinos use their distinctive horns to ward off attackers. Overall, the life cycle of a rhino is characterized by its solitary nature and slow reproductive rate. As herbivores, rhinos play a crucial role in their ecosystem as they maintain the balance between different plant species. They help control the growth of plants by consuming them, which prevents any one species from dominating the landscape. Rhinos also help disperse the seeds of the plants they eat through their feces, which helps new plants grow. In addition, rhinos are preyed upon by other animals, such as lions and crocodiles. Their presence in the ecosystem provides a food source for these predators, which helps maintain their populations as well. The rhino also contributes to the overall health of the ecosystem by creating pathways through the vegetation, which other animals can use. These pathways can lead to water sources or areas with better grazing, which can be important for the survival of other species. Overall, the rhino is an important species in its ecosystem, meaning that its presence has an effect on the other species in the ecosystem. If rhinos were to disappear, it could have a cascading effect on the entire ecosystem, leading to the decline of other species as well. Therefore, it is important to protect and conserve the rhino to ensure the health and stability of its ecosystem. While rhinos face numerous threats in the wild, efforts are underway to protect and conserve these magnificent creatures in the wild. Conservation efforts for the rhino have been ongoing for several decades, as these majestic creatures are under threat from habitat loss and poaching. Poaching, especially for their horns, has led to a significant decline in their population, with some subspecies facing the threat of extinction. Various organizations and governments have taken steps to protect and conserve rhinos. One of the most effective methods has been the establishment of protected areas, where the animals can roam freely without the threat of poaching or habitat loss. These protected areas are often patrolled by rangers who track and apprehend poachers, and also monitor the rhinoceros population to keep track of their numbers and health. Another important conservation effort has been the breeding of rhinos in captivity, which has helped to increase their population. These captive-bred rhinos are often reintroduced into the wild to supplement the existing population and help to restore their numbers. Education and awareness programs have also been implemented to raise awareness about the importance of rhino conservation. These programs aim to educate local communities about the benefits of conserving these animals while also providing them with alternative livelihoods to discourage poaching. In addition to these efforts, some governments have implemented stricter laws and regulations to deter poaching, while others have partnered with international organizations to combat illegal wildlife trade. Overall, conservation efforts for the rhino have been successful in some areas, with some subspecies showing signs of recovery. However, there is still a long way to go, and continued efforts are needed to ensure the survival of these magnificent creatures. As we come to the end of this video, it's important to remember that rhinos are facing a very real threat of extinction due to poaching and habitat loss. We must take action to protect these magnificent creatures before it's too late. You can get involved by supporting conservation efforts, raising awareness, and learning more about these fascinating animals. Together, we can help ensure that future generations will be able to enjoy the beauty and wonder of rhinos in the wild. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more educational content, and we'll see you in the next video. See you in